Good day everyone. This time we will tackle about the division of polynomials. And in order to divide polynomials, we do have two different ways on how to solve it. We have the long division and the synthetic division. We will perform both techniques and it's up to you which of these two do you prefer. So let's start. So let us have first the long division. So rewriting it, that would be like this. 2x cubed minus 5x squared minus 8x plus 15 divided by x minus 3. So first, we will divide the first term. So 2x cubed divided by x, that would become 2x squared. Because subtracting the exponents, 3 minus 1, that would become 2. Then proceed to multiplication. We have here 2x squared times x, that will become 2x cubed, and then 2x squared multiplied by negative 3, that would become negative 6x squared. And then we proceed to subtraction. Then in the rule of subtracting polynomials, we are going to change the sign of the subtrahend and then proceed to addition. So this would become negative and this would become positive. Then proceed to addition. So adding, so 2x cubed plus negative 2x cubed, since the signs are different, so proceed to subtraction. So 2x cubed minus 2x cubed is equal to 0 as is. And then negative 5 plus positive 6, again it has different signs, so proceed to subtraction. So we have here 6 minus 5, that is 1, and the sign is positive because 6 is larger than negative 5. So as is, because you don't have to put positive 1 here, because it is understood that there is a coefficient 1 beside x squared. Then bring down 8x. So proceed to division. X squared divided by x, so subtract the exponent, that would become x positive, because positive divided by positive is equal to positive. Then proceed to multiplication. X times x, that would become x squared. Then x times negative 3, that is negative 3x. Then subtraction. So this change the sign of the subtrahend and then proceed to addition. So we have here x squared plus negative x squared, that is 0. Negative 8x plus positive 3x. So again, the signs are opposite. Therefore, we are going to proceed to subtraction. So that would become negative 8x plus minus 3x is equal to 5x, and the sign is negative because 8 is larger than 3, so follow the sign of 8, that is negative. Then bring down 15. Again, proceed to division. Negative 5x divided by x, that is negative 5, because x divided by x is equal to x to the power of 0, that is 1. So negative 5 times 1, that is negative 5. Then negative 5 times x is equal to negative 5x. Negative 5 times negative 3 is positive 15. Then proceed to subtraction. That would become, this will be positive and this will be negative, and then addition. So negative 5x plus positive 5x is equal to 0 because it is opposite signs. So we're going to subtract. Then positive 15 plus negative 15, again opposite signs. So proceed to subtraction. So 15 minus 15, that is 0. So our remainder is 0. This is our remainder. And this is our quotient or the final answer. Okay, so our final answer for 2x cubed minus 5x squared minus 8x plus 15 divided by 8x minus 3 is equal to 2x squared plus x minus 5. So this is our final answer. So let's try using the synthetic division if they do come up with the same answer as the long division, which is 2x squared plus x minus 5. Okay, so let's try the synthetic division. So we have here like this. Then let's just do get the coefficients of each term, which is 2, the coefficient of 2x cubed, and then negative 5, the coefficient of negative 5x squared, and then negative 8, the coefficient of negative 8x, and then positive 15, the constant. Then divide it by the divisor, which is x minus 3. And how do we convert it so that it will become a whole number? So we are going to equate it by 0, so that would become x minus 3 is equal to 0. And then add both sides by 3 to cancel out negative 3. That would become x is equal to positive 3. So our divisor here is 3. Okay, now let's proceed to the solving problem. So bring down the first number, that is 2. Okay, and then 2 times 3, that would become 6. And then proceed to addition. And since there is different signs, so positive and negative, so proceed to subtraction. 6 minus 5 is 1, and positive because 6 is greater than 5. Then multiplication. 1 times 3, that is 3. Then again proceed to addition, but then it has different signs, so we are going to proceed to subtraction. So 8 minus 3, that is 5, and the sign is negative because 8 is greater than 3. Okay, so proceed to multiplication. Negative 5 times 3, that is negative 15. And since what do you call this one? And since it has also have different signs, so we are going to subtract it. That is 15 minus 15, that is 0. So this will be our remainder. This is our constant, and this is our x, and this will be our x squared. So multiply, and then copy, so that our final answer would become 2x squared plus x minus 5. And our remainder is 0, so disregard. So our final answer is 2x squared plus x minus 5. And we found out that the final answer using the long division and the final answer for synthetic division are the same. Therefore, both can be used in dividing polynomials. So the final answer for this one is equal to 2x squared plus x minus 5. So it's up to you of which technique would you use in order to solve for division of polynomials. Now let's have another example. Okay, so we have here 2x cubed minus 5x squared plus 3x plus 7. Okay, so let's rewrite it using the long division. So we have here 2x cubed minus 5x squared plus 3x plus 7 divided by x minus 2. So 2x cubed divided by x, that will become 2x squared. 2x squared times x, that will become 2x cubed. 2x squared times negative 2, that is negative 4x squared. Okay, then proceed to subtraction. Then change the sign of the subtrahend. That would become negative, this would become positive, and then proceed to addition. So subtract, this will become 0. And then negative 5 plus positive 4, different sign, so proceed to subtraction. 5 minus 4 is equal to 1, and then negative, because the sign of the larger number is negative, which is 5. Okay, so as is, so this would become, bring down x squared. This is negative x squared. So bring down 3x. Okay, so negative x squared divided by x, that would become negative x, because 2 minus 1 is equal to 1. So as is, negative x times x, that would become negative x squared. Then negative x times negative 2, that is positive 2x. Then proceed to subtraction. That would become, so change the sign of the subtrahend, this would become positive, this would become negative, and this will become addition. So negative x squared plus positive x squared is equal to 0, and then positive 3x plus negative 2, so different signs, so proceed to subtraction. 3 minus 2 is equal to 1 as is, so bring down x, so that would be x. Then bring down 7. Now let's have x divided by x, that would be 1 times x, 1 times x, that would be x. 1 times negative 2, that is negative 2. Proceed to subtraction. This would become negative, and this would become positive. Okay, proceed to addition. So x plus negative x is 0, because different signs. So proceed to subtraction, so 0. Then positive 7 plus positive 2, that is positive 9, or simply 9. Disregard, erase. So that is positive 9. So our remainder here is 9. So how do we write that one? First, we will write the quotient for the final answer. So quotient, so 2x squared minus x plus 1, then plus the remainder 9, this is the remainder, 9 over the divisor, which is x minus 2. And this will be our final answer for using the long division. Okay, so now let's try it using the synthetic division, if we will still come up with the same answer. Okay, so the synthetic division. Okay, so we have here the coefficients of 2x cubed is 2, then negative 5, then positive 3, and then positive 7. And our divisor will become x minus 2 is equal to 0. So that would become x is equal to positive 2. So this would be 2. Then bring down. 2 times 2, that is 4. Then proceed to addition, but since it has different signs, so negative 5 minus 4 is negative 1, because 5 is greater than 4, so follow what its sign. Okay, negative 1 times 2, that is negative 2. Again, it has different signs, so proceed to subtraction. 3 minus 2 is equal to 1, and then positive 1, because 3 is greater than 2. The sign is positive. So 1 times 2, that is 2. And then addition, that is 9. So this will be our remainder, our constant, the x, and the x squared. So how do we write that one? That to come up with the final answer, so that would become 2x squared minus x plus 1 plus the remainder 9 over the divisor, which is x minus 2. So our final answer here is 2x squared minus x plus 1 plus 9 over x minus 2. So let's compare if it has the same answer. So we have here 2x squared minus x plus 1 plus 9 over x minus 2. Then compare. Okay, so the final answers here have the same. So therefore, using the long division and synthetic division, it will always come out with the same answer. So it's up to you if which of the technique or ways in solving division of polynomials are you going to use in order to solve for the quotient. Okay? So our final answer here is 2x squared minus x plus 1 plus 9 over x minus 2. Okay. So I hope you understand our first topic, the division of polynomials. So I have here one division of example of division of polynomials. So I want you to solve that one, and if you do have your answer, please you are free to comment down your answers, and let's check if your answers are correct. So thank you, happy learning, ciao.